Guys, Evan Aldo here. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to set alerts on Market Cipher, which ones I use, and this is what will help you avoid having to sit all day at the screen at your computer and stare at the charts. Staring at the charts all day is like lifting weights all day. Your muscles will get tired, they will break down, and in the long term, it will hurt you more than it will benefit you. So let's get started here. A lot of people would think the most important alerts to set are green and red dots. Those are a dime a dozen. Like it goes, the green and red dots, they appear, they disappear. I don't really set too many alerts for them, only on very high time frames. And we'll get into that at the end, but you want to select the button that says once per bar closed. So that's how you know it confirms for green and red dots. But the main indicators that I set, the main alerts I set are the VWAP crossover and the 0.0 line. 0.0 line for the 4-hour and the daily mainly. These other ones I like a lot for trades as well. And money flow crossover on the 0.0. And these are the time frames I like the most for it. For entering trades, and there's pretty much every other single time frame I have set alerts depending on the situation. It's kind of situational. If I have an alert for money flow on 1 hour between 16 hours, it's going to get too hectic and it's going to be outrageous. So these alerts change day by day depending on what I'm looking at, but I'll show you the main ones that I set. So let's get into the VWAP crossover. So how to set a VWAP crossover alert. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I love the 4-hour VWAP crossover. It's a very powerful indicator, especially when you have a lot of meat in the VWAP coming up and then it comes down. Usually the vast majority of time, as long as you have good risk management, you're going to get a good trade out of it, especially if you're going in the trend, going with the trend. If we're in an uptrend, we're not going to back test it now, but it's a great useful indicator, great useful alert. So how do we do this? We're going to go here and you're going to click on Market Cipher B down here, and you're going to click on Add Alert, top one. You click these 3 dots, click Add Alert, and this is going to come up. So what are you going to do here? We got all this stuff here. Crossing. A lot of people say crossing up, crossing down. We want both. Crossing either way. So you could go up, go down, short, long. I just put crossing. Value 0.0. That's the 0 line down there. That's the big deal. When it crosses the 0 line, that means business. You're gonna hit once per bar. So that means it's basically gonna alert you once every time it happens. That's normally what I set. That's normally the way I set it. However, sometimes when it's a big deal, when I'm really waiting for something to happen, I'm going to put once per minute. So that's going to keep pinging me on my phone once per minute until I adhere to it, until I see the notification. And I think usually it gets annoying because usually even after you look at it, it keeps going. You got to manually turn it off or switch it to once per bar after. So that I use and mainly once per bar. Very important situations, once per minute. So we're going to set that right there, and the next time it happens, I probably already have that set, so it'll just ping me twice or whatever. So that's how you set that. I normally do it on the 4-hour and normally do it on the daily. And let me show you guys a big place, like on the daily money flow turning to from red to green and VWAP coming up. In a situation like this, I've talked about this before. A situation like this, you got probably a 98% chance that we're coming up. Look at this. So this is a very important, especially on the daily, very important place to set a VWAP. Here too, this could be coming up. It could be continuing this bullish pattern. That's what I'm hoping for. So yeah, money flow as well. Let's just look at. Let me remember what. Okay. Yeah, less often 6-hour, 12-hour, 16-hour. Those I like as well. Those I've looked at as well. Even the 10-hour too. You could add that in. Every time frame really probably above the 3-hour and above would be a good indicator for VWAP. Even lower time frames. Depends how you trade. Depends what you're looking for here. Swing trades, day trades, scalp trades. Really depends. Okay, so money flow crossover, and we're gonna set that. I'll set that for you. It's basically the same exact thing. I'll show you that one. We'll set it on the daily because that's really important. Let's just look at the daily. Look, let me show you how good this is on the daily. You got out, see the crossover right here. You would have got out at about 57, 58 maybe. It's high 50s. If you got the hell out at high 50s, you would have avoided most of the blood here. You would have avoided a 50% correction almost. If you got out there, you would have been fine. And then you got back in right here. I mean, okay, you wouldn't have caught the bottom, but you still would be doing pretty well right now. And I would say it's more likely than not, very more likely than not, very much more likely than not, that the moment this goes back into the red, will probably continue down farther, and it probably will be above where you got in over here if you went in over here. So it's a good strategy if you just go in and out on the daily here on the money flows. It's a very, very effective strategy, especially for someone who doesn't know too much about this, especially for someone who's a beginner. Very effective strategy. So let me show you how to set that. We're going to go to same thing, market Cipher B, add alert, crossing, same exact thing so far, 0, 0. Once per bar or once per minute, depending on how often. Once per bar, every time it happens, it'll alert you once. Once per minute, it's going to keep going. Just keep pinging you every minute. And then only once is just only once, but once per bar is every time it happens. So that's that. I normally do once per bar. Oh, and make sure, sometimes I've hit the wrong thing by accident up here. Important. It's money flow. Red and green is money flow. Okay, create that, continue anyway, and it'll ping you. So that's that. Those are those two notifications. Pretty simple so far. And those are the main ones I use. Red and green dots. Okay, so I'll just show you. I normally I set these pretty rarely. I mean, you could set it. So basically, if you guys aren't too familiar with Market Cipher, they need to get confirmed. Like if you have, let's say, pretend we have like a red dot appearing right. Well, okay, yeah, just pretend we have a red dot appearing right here above this this candle. We need to wait the 20 hours for it to get confirmed. It could go away at any point during that time. However, usually when you get closer to the end of the 20 hours, say there's like a half hour left, I'd say the odds are very, very high that it will get confirmed. Sometimes it's already mainly played out by then, but I mean, it depends. That's why I'm not as big on these red dots. But the thing is, the other thing I should mention that people, especially new at Market Cipher, kind of get tripped up about this. Like if you have, you can get a notification that it is coming like into the green here, but it could change in the bar, so it's not like officially into the green, or the VWAP's not officially going up. But I mean, you look at the other time frames. If everything else looks okay, usually it's time to go in. However, what you can do is you could do a once per bar close. So we're going to do that right now. Let's pretend we want a once per bar close on the daily, which is, I mean, we could back test this. It's a pretty good indicator. I mean, here you would have been good. Here, I mean, you got to wait. You got to see. You would have gotten over here once it closed. So you still would have made money though. I mean, this one, no, this one you wouldn't, probably not. No, this one, if you went in over, it takes time for things to play out. So it is a pretty good indicator on the daily here. So we're going to go to, this is Market Cipher A. We're going to go to, Market Cipher SR. No. Yeah, Market Cipher A. Sorry about that. We're going to add alert. And say we want, that's going to be a red diamond. Once per bar close. You wait till it gets confirmed. Some people, they may go in earlier. They may do this isn't the way I trade, once per bar. And then they'll see it appear. They'll see how everything else is looking. If it looks bearish, they think it's not confirmed, they'll go in. That's another way you trade. So once per bar close, you can do that. Let's do a once per bar close. That can't hurt me. Okay, so we'll see that, and that's that. Another thing you could notice, these I like the VWAPs better. Like I like the way the VWAPs go. These kind of coincide. A lot of the red dots you'll see as the VWAP is coming down, you get a red dot. The second time it's going to they pretty much always coincide with that. I think some people may argue that they always do, but I've had more luck with just watching the VWAPs. Maybe I'm just like interpreting it a different way. I'd have to ask CryptoFace how it's designed. Is that indicator designed to just go red dot every time the VWAP is about to cross over? I mean, yeah. So yeah, those are the main things that I set as alerts. Just to show you like money flow. I mean, money flow is very powerful, even on the 1 hour, even on smaller time frames like this. If you went in here, you would have made a lot of money. Take profit, take profit, take profit. If you went down, if you shorted down here, I mean, first take profit. Or, you draw The fib out, I don't know if I want to go into like that in this video. I'll probably show you guys that in a different video. Don't want to make this too long, but yeah, money flow crossovers and VWAP crossovers, the zero line are the most important alerts. Those are the mainly the only alerts I use aside from certain occasional other things. So yeah, hope this video helped you out, guys. Basic quick video. If you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Check out my links below. We have a new promo going on for Market Cipher. Coupon code ALDO15, 15% off Market Cipher. If this seems like really complicated for you, if you want to know how to like draw lines of support and resistance, do all this technical analysis, interpret all Market Cipher. The course I took when I first started was Jason Casper's course. It's a great course. It's the best course I know of on Market Cipher. I really learned a lot from it. I think that's really when I started to get really profitable, was after I took that course. 17% off, coupon code EvanAldo, link in description below. If you haven't signed up for BITGET, haven't signed up for FEMEX, links are in the description below as well. FEMEX has a $2,000 limited time bonus for the next 10 days, I believe, so check that out. All the links below are things I personally use. I would never link you to anything I don't personally use or haven't benefited from. It helps out the channel a lot, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Have a good one. Goodbye.